Many dream of repping the big banners in esports. It comes with fans, money, and fame players work their entire career for. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. With bigger salaries comes higher expectations, and for large partnered organizations in Brawl Stars, their players feel a level of inward and outward pressure that would cause many to crumble. Team Heretics, one of the newest and largest organizations, entered 2025 with high expectations in the most competitive region on Earth. They signed Letdown and iChaos, two players with top 4 results in the previous season for SK Gaming and Reply Totem respectively, and Rage, who had made the postseason every year of his young career. In the preseason, many speculated that Heretics would be in the mix for one of EMEA's original 4 World Final slots, now 5 thanks to Humble winning the Brawl Cup. However, the results for the spring split were bleak. In February, for the first monthly finals, they had a respectable showing with a win over FA Kazaki and a loss in the semifinals to defending world champions Humble. Shockingly, this was Team Heretics' only monthly finals win of the first split. In month 2, Team Heretics didn't even have a chance to grab a monthly finals win and were bounced in the double elimination monthly qualifiers by Team Electros, now Inner Circle, and were upset by Experian and XT, who are currently tied for number 10 in the region. Team Heretics bounced back in month 3, but wouldn't be able to bring their full roster. Letdown failed a fair play check, which could be a number of different things, so I'm not going to speculate, but the result was he was suspended for the month. Heretics selected Gas as their substitute, and with only a few days of prep with the new teammate, Heretics lost to Papara Supermassive 2-3 to end their spring split. At this point, the team wasn't meeting expectations, drama ensued, and ultimately Drage left the roster. So how on earth did Team Heretics go from winning one monthly finals match in the first half of the season to winning the whole dang tournament in June? With one member leaving, Team Heretics had to find a replacement. Since it was mid-season, most top players were already on a roster, but Heretics took an interest in Marco, a player who had emerged in 2025 with ECP, the Dark Horse winners of the March monthly finals. After consideration, Marco declined the offer, putting Team Heretics in quite the predicament. However, there were more than just EMEA players available. Over in North America, another team with high expectations in the preseason had disbanded. Zhar, Juan Carlos, and his Livy of Elevate were released from the organization and all went their separate directions. Zhar, a longtime top player in North America and runner-up in the 2023 World Finals, was looking for a new home. Stamina shockingly missed the 2024 postseason, and it looked like Zhar was going to miss another one in 2025. After a year and a half of poor results, Zhar moved to the toughest region in the world and joined Team Heretics in hopes that it would be a good fit. Team Heretics were only the 7th seed entering the month, which is good enough to squeeze by for an LCQ spot, but not enough if they want a direct ticket to the World Finals. As fate would have it, Team Heretics were matched against SK Gaming, the number 1 seed in the region who had fallen to the lower bracket to qualify for the June monthly finals. Brawl Esports Sharps knew this match would be much more intense than the seeding showed, but the public reasonably favored the number 1 seed in the region and Brawl Cup runner-up. Heretics had beaten Humble to qualify, and their recent scrims showed they should be a team competing at the highest level in the region. After a standard draft in the first set, Heretics won 2-1, but things would heat up in double swoosh. Heretics had the first pick, and the brawlers that came to the top of my mind for their selection were Chester and Lily. Lily is incredible for grabbing kills on the enemy gym carrier due to her hypercharge and her vanish gadget, which allows her to disappear into the shadow realm to either get in and grab kills or get out without the enemy touching her. Chester is a top anti-tank brawler on this map, and because of how bushy it is, he brings good visibility and a high burst of damage. As some draft strategy, if you pick Chester before Lily, you deter the enemy side from possibly going Lily, since Chester would be a good matchup with the high burst of damage and the anti-tank ability. So if Chester's the first overall selection, they may skip Lily on the 2-3 turn, and you can get Lily back as your X Factor later on. Instead, Team Heretics chose Finks, which is a safe and stable option. No real complaints here. This, however, does give SK Gaming Lily and Chester, which is a powerful tandem for reasons I just explained. At the 4-5 turn, Heretics went with Stu and Kenji. Stu, who's not played too much right now to professional meta, but I have no problem with it here, and then Kenji makes me a little nervous for them. Chester has a high burst of damage, so it does bring down Kenji, and he also received that hypercharged nerf, which was definitely impactful. When watching this draft live, I expected SK Gaming to either overrun the enemy side or grab a brawler that would make Kenji's life miserable, but instead SK Gaming went with Surge. This is probably a rehearsed option or something they'd thought about in case Kenji showed up, because it's a little more unique compared to what other teams were doing. After reviewing, I think this was a pretty solid spot for SK Gaming, but of course, the set would play out much differently.
Letdown's getting closer and closer to the hypercharge, though. That's the key resource that they need if they want to turn this game around. Offensive position being taken up, but Ope is the one with the nuke. He comes in, he deletes most of Heretics. Only iChaos left standing. Yoshi now surges back in the mid, just scoops up that final gem, and now on the retreat.
12 seconds, and Team Heretics need these gems. Opaque goes on the aggressive. Oh, but their gems are dropped as well. Joker into the realm. He's going to come out with the gems. Regardless, believing Yoshi's a dangerous idea. He's staying alive, but Zhar is going to get the burn. All the gems are dropped, and now Joker does have to come in just the nick of time. 16, but the burn is trickling him down. 15 HP, and the gems fall again. These resets are quite quite key here for Heretics, just gaining that middle ground, getting everyone together for a final push to try to retake.
Crucial timing for that Joker going on the back line. Not sure where he's going to be headed. That's going to give Lenan his crucial hypercharge. Joker, what are you doing? Now going to the back line. Lenan scoops up the gems, uses his hypercharge to secure it, gets out. Joker, the only man standing. He does fall. Now, SK Gaming, how did this happen? How did you let Lenan get away with this? The Oni Kenji hiding in the base. Yoshi staring at a blank, shooting the wall. Zhar hypercharges just to defend it. It's all of a sudden all Heretics and no SK. 2-0, Lenan, a smile across his face.
Heretics were only one set away from beating EMEA's #1 seed, and after a peculiar draft on Sneaky Fields, SK Gaming seemed to be in another solid spot. Instead, we got a cinematic set 3.
2v2, both sides here going to probably play it slow instead and try and hold the mid-ground, but Zhar going on the aggressive and finds Yoshi as well. This is a key moment as well. Lenan pops the heat ejector, finds and predicts Joker perfectly, and this ball, perilous, and it's not cleared off the line. Yoshi just in the nick of time, going to pocket it, but surely no. It's going to be Team Heretics with a super pass as quickly as that. Heretics are on match point, and SK Gaming, you need to wake up.
Gonna be able to delete iChaos, but the ball is looking mighty scary now on that right side. Yoshi gonna pop the time zone now, gonna be slowing Lenan's attack. No attacks for him for the time being, but Zhar is at large. Hypercharge flies out, it clips Joker as well. The hypercharge from Lenan is going forward. Yoshi is just trying so desperately to defend it. A super pass across the Zhar. He tries to slot it in, not gonna find it.
Zhar has the shield. Yoshi low HP as well. TP back. And I think at this point, SK will take the draw, in all honesty, because overtime is not where they want to be. They are creeping it forwards. Got to give them credit for that. 5 seconds on the clock. No super side, but OP has found his, but they cannot get the ball out of his corner. 2 seconds, 1. Joker goes into the hands of Lenan. And it's going to be played out again.
Joker, he's the one that you have to watch out for. The hypercharge and the super in his name. He's going to pop in here to secure the first goal. 1 kill, 2 to his name. Open goal. Opened up for OP.
I don't think there's enough time for chaos, and Joker ensures it. SK will get the game. But can we go the distance to another set? Do SK have enough left in the tank? From that securing of the ball from the line to now a very swift goal in the first 15 seconds. That opening statement seems to be a yes.
He just seems to be popping out there now. Sashimi slash onto 1, cuts into 2. Zhar almost a fall next. This is what we expected to see, but no, Lenan, he's not giving up just yet. Yoshi, he saw the goal opportunity. He didn't take it. Didn't expect Lenan to go for the desperation play. And Lenan saves this game for Team Heretics.
Lenan with an insane defense, wiping everyone from SK out. OP now falls as well. It's Yoshi on the defense, and he's just going to go straight to the corner.
Joker's going to be the one that has to carry this on his back. Such a difficult task for him now that the walls are down. Zhar is at large. All the shots connecting. Lenan scoops up the ball, passes it up to Zhar. But no, position is good. Time zone is down from Yoshi, who can just defend all the way. OP has respawned. The ball's going to be passed across. The shot flies across, doesn't connect the first time. Lenan going to be stunned up by the jawbreaker last second. Joker with hypercharge super of his own. Can't pick up the ball though because of the residual spike in the mix.
If SK Gaming do this, they might just be whittling down the stamina of Team Heretics in a beautiful way. But it is, again, far from clean. They will take the draw 100%, but if they can get the goal and just get out of this game mode, they'll take it. The pass to Joker is there. Back to OPE, 1 second off the line. Unreal. It's another draw. SK couldn't seal it. And what do they have to do to secure this win? Chaos throwing a super straight into the mid there. The pass to Lenan, and what can Joker do here to defend it? Nothing. It's a walk-in. It's 1 minute 10 on the clock, and again, SK need a goal. The pressure continues to mount, and they're going to ask themselves now, are we going to be able to get out of this position? It's continuing so much. Joker for a little desperate dash, and he goes down immediately so. And Team Heretics getting very cozy in this mid.
The confidence is building up for Team Heretics. They smell blood. They know that they have it. They pass it over to Lenan. The sashimi slash flies in the air. It doesn't matter. Team Heretics have done the unthinkable. They eliminate SK Gaming.
Team Heretics had gotten the biggest win of their entire season. Next up, they face #5 seed Inner Circle in an intense battle from start to finish. With the score tied 2-2, the final draft was pivotal to have the best chance to make a grand final. After the bans came through on Safe Zone, Team Heretics locked in Eve. At the 2-3 turn, Bell and Aggro Brawlers came to mind for me to try and punish the Eve, but instead Inner Circle would go with Bo and Kaze. Kaze was their choice of aggression, but brawlers like Melody and Daryl may have been a little bit better to me, or at least safer considering how recent Kaze's has been added to the game, and bow is a very popular one in the current heist meta. A random tech option for you all at home on ladder is if you're playing bow, running that tripwire gadget alongside his super and placing those mines in the heist safe will actually penetrate through the checkpoints the heist safe has. In return, Team Heretics grab Belle and Melody for themselves. Belle is an excellent choice right now in heist because of the defensive capabilities that she brings with the nest egg gadget, the bounce shot that she has, and also in a one-on-one interaction with bow outranges him, which is really important as the set progresses. Melody gives Team Heretics a win condition. This is their way of focusing on the heist safe objective and making sure that they're doing enough DPS to bring it down. To round out the draft, Inner Circle selected Penny, which is an interesting choice and one we don't see too often, but I do think covers Eve's spawners and is a solid choice overall. Both sides seem to have good drafts and a real chance to advance to the grand finals.
But now Letdown slipping through, gets the safe himself. If he can get it down to 25% and secure that stage, it would have been huge, but Rava comes in at the spawn and shuts that very idea down. There's a hypercharged turret now on this safe. Perilous for Team Heretics. They've got to take it down, and Chaos pushing forwards. 10 seconds on the clock. If they can get to the safe, Heretics have still got time to secure it.
Yeah, they are down, but look at Lane causing so many issues, leaving them so susceptible. They've got to crack the shield as well if they want to bring this one back. Got to get a shot onto it, but even if they do, the shield's going to be there still, and they can't get the work done. Really nice stuff from Heretics. Managed to burn down the clock and get the last say on safe, and that's match point to them.
But their safe is under heavy fire, down now to 42%. This push has got to count, but Nova staying alive in the top right, and they're going to be escaping through as well. Heretics have gone for the base race of which they cannot win. It's match points, match points. Next game wins it all and proceeds to the grand finals today.
Penny Turret does some good work. 23 seconds on the clock and control in their hands, but here comes Lane, just a bow on defense too. They might be able to get this straight down to 50, and Kaze going in as well. So close, but they're not yet able to crack the shield. Penny Turret is still raining down. Zhar's going for more damage himself, and he's replaced the turret. He doesn't even have anything more raining down. 7 seconds on the clock. Penny can't get anywhere. Not trying his best, but it's not going to be enough to get this done. And just about, Heretics hold on to take the game and head to the final.
Team Heretics had doubled their season wins in just one day, and for the first time all year had a chance at winning a grand final. Their opponent was Foot Esports, the number 4 seed in EMEA and the 2023 world champions. Wildly enough, it was the same team that sent Zhar packing with a silver medal not even 2 years ago. The score was 1-1 entering an important draft for Out in the Open. Foot should have the draft here. Byron, Hank, and Max is a nasty synergy, and Lou in a vacuum does really well into Hank, but because Hank's so well supported and the map is Out in the Open, Lou's out of his element a little bit here. I just don't really see a way that Team Heretics should be able to put enough early game pressure, especially considering they don't have any high burst, high DPS characters to bring down Hank. Outside of a dominant early game, there's really no way that Team Heretics should have enough presence on the map to bring down this combo. But of course, like many times that day, Team Heretics found a way.
For esports, Zhar has the pull. He finds Garo. That's crucial. But can now he close the gap here? Zhar falls. Lenan there freezes now. Ian actually gets it as well. Chaos jumps away, and there's hope for Heretics. Unreal.
The hatchlings are driving Foot back. For the first time, we see Team Heretics take the lead. Hypothermia drops down onto 2. That's gonna halve Foot Esports damage. A stun onto Meow as well, and no one blocking shots for him. His teammates just left him out to dry. Jarrett with the heal didn't come in time either.
Zhar has got the magic hand. He's got to connect it now. Will he go for Garo? Will he go for Naui? Either way, the support's going to be there. The freeze is down. Naui then finds that top left-hand side. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. And as Chaos just lower jumps to the sky just for safety. And they get it on the side of Heretics.
Lenan falling a little bit low here. It seems like it'll be falling to be a similar story. Now we might just get tapped out by iChaos. Drawn first blood already.
This is just basically Foot Esports buying their time and trying to gain something, but they actually are bouncing in this set. I think Zhar might pull now, which he does, yeah. I think Team Heretics is just like, yeah, go, go, go. Let's just wrap it up and then get the utility back in the next round then. Heals are at the ready. Now Chaos too low to be able to contest the right-hand side. Gas closing in. Team Heretics are going to have their hand forced now. Zhar falls.
Not a good start for the overtime. 1 more to 4. iChaos as well. Just Lenan against the wall. He's all right. All right. He's waving the white flag. He knows this is done. He just says, let's just go to game 3. This was a horrible round for Team Heretics and a great round for Foot Esports. If he's using the right star power, he can probably charge it automatically. So it's only a matter of time. Yeah, he gets it here. He's going to pop it out there. Now he's going to be able to run it down. Going to be able to at least hit one shot. And no, not enough. Though gets pulled by Zhar, but pops the super. Not enough damage. This is the weakness of the Team Heretics draft. You can get a pull in, but you've got no damage. It's still not over there. Lenan One man against the wall.
Ice
Two
block.
taps from Zero. I'm gonna end it. No ice block for him. He's using the other gadget.
This utility has to go down for Team Heretics. Use it and use it now, because this round could be dwindling. This could be a set if they don't. They really have to go now. Go down the hypercharged hatchlings, and they've got to get a pull. Zhar needs to connect realistically here with Gero, because if they get the max, then the phase shift is going to be there. The heals potentially too. So they're forcing their way forwards, but at the moment, the HP is still pretty healthy for esports.
Gero falls so low. Now Zhar pops the hypercharge, but no pull just yet. He knows it's a bad target. This time, though, he gets onto Naui, and the follow-up is there. Lana, now two-man stun, freezing up the entirety of Foot Esports. It's just Meow desperately trying to charge a little bit of super. But a great round from the Heretics. He's trying to get up his super here, but Zhar, he's the guy of the pull. Venge Push is gonna go out here. Zhar keeps flashing the pull. He's threatening it, forcing Meow to speed just to buy a little bit of tempo back inside the mid. Now, finally hitting the target! Meow! Phase shifter into the pull instead! Disaster strikes for Foot Esports!
Big test from Gero though. Zhar stays standing now. He's tight in this right-hand side and goes down 3 versus 1. Heretics have been able to dig deep enough to get this round short. Gero with one last-ditched attempt to get some damage splash or some heals, and it's not good enough. Heretics get it. Oh my word, that was a huge set to earn.
Team Heretics stole a sloppy set 3 from both sides and took the match lead. At worst, I feel like Foot had evenly matched drafts the entire grand finals until set 4. This was an excellent draft for Heretics. Heretics started with a standard B pick, and it almost felt rehearsed, but immediately after, Foot locked in Juju and Pam, which is a strong response into the B. Throwers traditionally do well into B without wall break, and Pam with the healing station amount of health points she had is not an easy one for B to match up against. However, while Foot addressed B, I feel like they left too many options on the table for Team Heretics at this 4-5 turn. Most importantly, I think the number one option that came to my mind was why not go Barry as their thrower of choice? If you go Barry instead of Juju, you still get a good option into B for the same exact reasons. Barry is also a thrower. Now you have a strong support character that you can line up later down the line and give yourself some flexibility if you want to get an aggressive or tankier option that synergizes with Barry. And most importantly, while Barry is an individual brawler, he's also an archetype, and by taking that away, you don't give Team Heretics that option. Getting Barry would allow Heretics to contest with Juju, Pam's healing station, and empower a future tankier or aggressive brawler. Carl and Kenji were the two possible options I wrote down as aggro choices for Team Heretics. I think Barry plus one of those two would be an excellent way to round out their draft and go against that Pam Juju combo. Heretics saw a similar vision to me and ended up selecting Barry plus Kenji, and this rounds out an excellent draft for them. Foot finished the draft with Meg, and while it felt like a strong start for Foot, this was looking like an outdraft favoring Team Heretics and gave them a great chance to walk away with the win.
As long as Lenan is down there playing patiently, now IKaos, hypercharge of its own, healing up Zhar. Lenan, another hypercharge of its own. He doesn't care about the nerf. He lands it picture perfect onto Naui, shredding him to pieces. Now finding another kill. Zhar answers, adds onto his name. 95% and counting. Meow is trying to stop this one. Naui back in the mid, but Zhar, one more shot will do the trick. Hypercharge coming in as well very shortly. Jero to get this kill, but it's not going to be enough. Team Heretics, too much health, too much cycle, too much Lana.
The hypercharge here for Zhar going down as well. Rattles Hive won't find too much, but again, the cycling of the heals from Chaos on the mid, 80% now, and already the pins are out as Team Heretics now just completely abolishing their competition. 10% is all that remains, and it is going to be Team Heretics that gets the win. They are your monthly final champions. It may have been a rough road at Brawl Cup for North America, but they bagged the best in EMEA. Zhar brings the buff. Oh my word, what an incredible day for Team Heretics.
Heretics were monthly finals champions. Despite being the 7th seed in the region, roster drama, picking up a new player that moved continents, and only having one win before the day, Heretics did something special. And as an individual, this was Zhar's first grand finals win since 2023. And it came just a few days after starting in a new region with a new roster against the #1 seed in the region and against the same exact world champions that brought him down not even 2 years ago. It's unbelievable. You just never know what you're gonna wake up to on any Sunday morning when you turn on the TV and watch some Brawl esports. It's a big reason why I keep falling more in love with the game. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you find yourself coming back on the regular, and with that being said, we will see you all in the next one.